Hey everyone, it's Peggy with Sweet Tea Makery, and I'm back with another DIY tip. Today we're going to make our own DIY ribbon spool holder. And what we're going to need is a scrap piece of wood. I happen to have that laying around. If you don't, you can go to a home improvement store and have them cut you a piece, or you can find some pieces that are in a craft store as well. So our first thing we need to do is take a piece of floral foam, just like this. You can get them in white or green, and again, in any craft store, you can purchase them. Leave the plastic on. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're going to measure, actually we'll take this one and just show you. We're just gonna kind of measure evenly and just mark it with a pen, and that's just gonna give us an area here, if you can see the lines, to stay within as we glue this down. So the next thing we're going to do is just take a little bit of hot glue and put it on our wood. We don't want too much because we're going to also use E6000. I just happen to have a smaller tube of it, and we're staying within those lines. And we're just going to spread some E6000 on it as well. It doesn't have to be a huge amount. And then we're just going to mark those, follow those lines. I'm using this white one that I had already started on, and we're just going to take it and press it down. And it shouldn't take very long to get it to stick. If it doesn't stick right away at first, then we will add more glue. And we're just gonna hold it down while that's setting. And again, you can use green or white, it doesn't matter. Okay. And that's pretty much on there. You may have to use just a little tad bit more, but it's pretty set. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add our dowels. So I purchased some dowels from the Dollar Tree. Here we go. And I took one of my ribbon spools and I've just placed it here. I'm gonna try to center it as best I can. We're gonna take that dowel, and again, we're gonna try to center it in that hole. We're just using this first roll of ribbon as our approximate area that we want to place it in, and we're gonna have a little hammer, and we're just gonna tap it down until it reaches that wood part. There we go. We're gonna remove the roll temporarily. Now, it'll stay here like this for a little while, but after using it, it'll tend to wiggle a little bit loose. So I go ahead and take it out. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of glue to the dowel itself and just kind of smooth it out as best as you can. And sometimes I'll add a little bit down in the hole. There we go. We'll set that glue gun over there. Now we're gonna take that and just push it all the way down. And if you have a little excess, you can take and wipe just a tad bit off, just to smooth it out. You don't have to do that, but you can. So while that sets, now we have a ribbon spool holder with 2 dowels. And this will hold up to 6 spools, but let's see how it works. We're gonna put our first roll on. I'm gonna take my pen out, and we have a ribbon spool holder. Let's try working with 2. We're gonna take that one out, and it just spins right out. So there you have it. your DIY ribbon spool holder. Now, if you want more than one, say you're working with 3 or 4 rolls, then you just get a longer piece of wood as your base, and you can add 2 of these together, and you can have up to 4 spool holders or more. It just depends on how far you're spacing it apart. So the second item is, we'll take these off, is that you can add a 3rd dowel here if you would like, if you have a larger ribbon roll, but usually what I do is just use this one roll for the larger rolls. It has enough space and this is enough space here that it will still hold it level as you pull the ribbon off of the spool. Anyway, that is my tip for today. I hope that you get to use that. Sometimes we can't always find those that we see others use or can't, put it in our budget, especially for beginners. And this is just an easy, quick way to make your own, and it works just as well. So there's another tip. So if your plastic starts to come loose after a lot of wear, here's my other tip. Take your empty ribbon spools and pull off the lid, slide it down and glue it to your styrofoam, and he will do the other side. And then that again will slide easily, just like that, and actually it's even smoother. So if you wanted to go ahead and do it that way, you can certainly do it. We all have, I'm sure, empty spool rolls that we can add to this little dowel here and have our ribbon spool holder. Let me know if you like this tip or would like to see more of some of my budget DIY tips for wreathing and crafting. Let me know in the comments below and give me a thumbs up, and we'll hope to see you again soon. And if you haven't already started following me on Facebook, I'm at Sweet Tea Makery, and on YouTube, I'm on at Sweet Tea Makery. I hope to see you there. Bye now. Have a blessed day.